I spent a little bit of Thursday earlier in the day preparing the NFL algorithm. And I wasn't happy with what I had done on Wednesday. So I, changed some of the stat calculations and put prior year stats in here. And we came out with a projection of 26-22 that the Eagles would beat the Vikings on Thursday night. There were more points. You bring the magnifier up to 7.1 and you find out that you get the exact score at that magnifier. So there were more points in this game. There were 4 turnovers for Minnesota early on in this game, like fumbles, like one of those where the guy loses possession going into the end zone across the line. It ends up being a touchback for the other team. The worst rule in football ever. If you fumble the ball going into the end zone, why does the other team get the ball? Shouldn't you get the ball the last place you had it in possession, in bounds? I think they should change that rule. I watched that happen to RG3 once at a Washington game. Anyway, terrible rule. Point is, you do get this right at a magnifier 7.1. Usually the magnifier is not that high, but because of all the turnovers, that created some more scoring drives with less minutes. There was just so many interceptions, fumbles picked up, all that other stuff, right? So we get the score light, but here's the other interesting thing. Somehow Minnesota covers plus 7 points. I noticed the line changed to +6, and Minnesota's line went from being 270 to like 210 or 215. So stuff changed, and all these people that got caught in the middle with a +6 on Minnesota pushed, and a -6 on the Eagles pushed, yet Minnesota +7 won. Interesting. Minnesota also gets the points up. They get 28 points. So they went over. It was 20.5 was the team total for Minnesota that you could wager. They get more than that, a touchdown more than that. So I'm not going to complain too much about the algorithm. Put effort into it. You have an Eagles win. You have an Eagles not supposed to cover, and somehow they just barely don't cover or push. Amazing. College football. There was also a college football game tonight. Didn't really catch much of this game. It was Memphis and Navy. So here's where you can see the difference between the NFL algorithm and the college football algorithm. Here's what you get with the college football algorithm is you get a game where it projected the score was going to be 33-6, and the score ended up only being 28-24, meaning much closer game than the algorithm was saying projected score-wise. The odds makers clearly also agreed with this at -635. So everyone thought Memphis was going to win. They don't even come close to covering this 14.5. So as we look at college football, I'm not surprised to see difficult to deal with stuff like this when it comes to the scoring. I remember quitting on college football in 2019, being like, throwing my hands up in the air, being like, I don't know what to do with these non-conference games. I don't know what to do with this. This is not cool. Why didn't we have any points for Navy? Maybe it's so early in the season. They just didn't have a good first game. This is their second, maybe third game. I don't know. But we'll just keep an eye on the scores for this week because we're still in testing mode. I do not tell you to go and bet all the college football games that are in here. This thing doesn't work yet. I'll say it just doesn't work yet. And I'll continue to work on it to get it to work like I do with all of them. But man, it is one of these that's tough. So I'm not even going to give advice about that for this weekend. Anyway, I just figured we'd do the update for Thursday Night NFL, which it's pretty good as usual. All right. Good luck, everyone. Enjoy your weekend. May all your picks be winning.